because Jesus is our Muslim prophet as well. Any condemnation?
Yeah, I'm not tracking that there was an insult to Jesus at the beginning of the Olympics, and certainly not something that we would raise as it relates to the Olympics. So
okay.
I don't have anything for you.
Congresswoman Nancy Mace has introduced a bill where she has asked that the Taliban regime in Afghanistan be designated as terrorist organization. I don't know if you're aware or not, but TTP on Pakistan's side under the U.S. Justice Department is a terrorist organization, but Taliban over there are not. So she has passed this bill. Do you agree or do you support such a bill or no?
I'm fairly certain the Taliban is a designated terrorist organization, Jalil.
In Afghanistan? No, they're not, sir. But just so you know that Taliban in Afghanistan are not designated terrorists.
I think I don't think that's
that is the case. Just last one. Just last one, please. Today, 93 member of parliament's, the election commission has moved them to Imran Khan's party, the PTI. The election rigging and all the things have been mentioned to you several times. Are you happy to hear that now justice is being served and the political party has got 93 members back?
So look, Jill, as it relates to Pakistani domestic politics, that is certainly not for us to determine. That is for the Pakistani people to decide. What the United States is always going to do, we're going to partner with the government that is serving in the interest of the Pakistani people and the United States' interest, and that has historically been our approach to Pakistan. Goyal.
Thank you, sir. Two questions.
Yeah.
One, thousands of protesters were here when Israeli Prime Minister Mr. Netanyahu was here.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to bring something from my Indian American community and also millions of people around the globe and here in the US when a US flag was torn down, insulted, and burned down, and they took out from the pole and put their own flags.
Mm-hmm.
It was condemnation around the globe, including here. And people are in painful to see this event here in Washington, D.C. So what message our Secretary of State or this department is getting from around the globe diplomatically, and also at the same time, sir, what message you think those protesters were sending?
So I'm not going to try and get in the mind of what message those protesters were trying to send. Matt spoke to this a great deal last week. We, of course, respect and welcome everyone's right to peacefully protest, to make their points of view heard. We certainly would not support or condone not just the burning of the American flag, but the replacing it with paraphernalia and flags that are evocative of Hamas, which is what we saw happen last week. But again, we support and welcome people's right to peacefully protest, but the scenes that we saw at Union Station last week, that was certainly not that.
Sir,
Doc, go ahead. No, I'm going to work
Vedant,
a little bit. Go ahead.
Thank you, Vedant.
Yeah.
Why isn't the UN peacekeeping force in Lebanon, UNIFIL, doing its job? Why has it become a farce? And what can the U.S. exert to get UNIFIL to stop Hezbollah?
So I will let the United Nations speak to any efforts or any role that they're playing in Lebanon. What I can say from the United States perspective is that we are, again, focused on coming to a durable diplomatic solution that will allow for citizens on both sides of the border to be able to safely return home.
Okay, and then once again, Hezbollah has fired thousands of rockets at Israelis, and yet now, when Israel is forced to issue a reprisal, there are calls for restraint against Israel. Why isn't the U.S. holding Lebanon scot-free in all of this? And where is Lebanon's army to stop Hezbollah?
So let me just be very clear about this. At the beginning of this briefing, we clearly condemned Lebanese Hezbollah for this attack on a soccer field. And simultaneously, we continue to believe that Israel has every right to defend itself, especially from terrorism. All right. Thanks, everybody. Yeah, go.
Question. The UN should renew the UN UNIFIL mandate by the end of next month, August. Will the US ask for changes in the mandate, or
I'm happy to check on that, Michelle. I'm happy to check with the team. I'm not sure the details behind that, but I'll look and get back to you.
thank you.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Definitely. Did you ask?